Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Super Fun Games. And today we have a ship featuring Conde. Conde is a tier 11 French cruiser, a heavy cruiser, and I think it's one of my favorites. So at tier 11, I think the two ships which I play with a lot of interest and I have a lot of fun in is Annapolis and Conde. I think Conde is really overpowered. I feel so in the right hands. So if you are to check the consumable option it has, so it has a speed boost which I just activated, which lasts about 3 minutes. It has heal, of course. It has a decent hydro, and it has five reload boosters. So there are various ways people use this reload booster. One of the ways through which I use it is if I have to do the burst fire. Let's say you have to, you find an enemy broadside and you want to give him multiple salvos. Press the F key, fire the salvos, and then press the I key. Through that, it would reduce the reload time by half. And that's one of the emergency ways I do it. I mean, I don't do it very often, but then if and when required. Otherwise, I generally use it. I'll be using it in this game too. So I just use it by using it as a regular reload booster. So today we are in the map Sleeping Giant, and I think we need to push because all of the enemy team is behind the island, and I think that's a good opportunity for me and my team to push here. I mean, Marsa has done a good job, but she has taken the A cap, so that's good. Now it's our responsibility to move in and take care of it. Something is still spotting me. I think that's the destroyer, so I need to be a little careful with it. But yeah, destroyer is not very healthy. So okay, perfect. And the Marsa does the job, and we are all alone in this one. Now, what I do here is, so generally what I prefer is to get into cap A, and through cap A, try and establish dominance over cap B. And with these islands that you have here, you have a lot of space. All right, I think I'm spotted again. And what is spotting? Okay, it's an Edgar. And she is a scary ship. Now, what I do here is, and I think it's a bit of a mistake, I shouldn't have done that. I just switched to AP, and I don't have the situational, what you call it, gunfighter skill, so it did not just reduce the reload time. It took the full reload, but if it works, it works. So I think Edgar got scared with me and the Thunder focusing him. Now we get the broadside. Oof. Shaving off 28k and the beauty of the reload booster. And he's done. Yes. Perfect. Now you see here how overpowered the ship is. If you catch somebody off guard, I mean this thing can punish. And I do that I think two more times in this game. That if you catch people off guard, this ship can punish. So as I mentioned, I like to dominate through A to B, or if I am at the other side, which is 9-10-9, I try and take the C cap and then try and dominate the B cap. I mean, works the same way because we play to win and of course to have fun. Okay. Now, okay, there are no torpedoes which will hurt me. And I see this Kremlin moving back. Now, one thing you would notice me doing here is I'm not trying to peek out. I'm just trying to stay hidden behind these islands and try and see what I can do. Now, the reason why I'm doing it right now is, as you can see, we are equal on kills, and enemy has one more cap. Now, one of the easier ways of doing it is to ensure that enemy knows that there is something which can punish their broadsides, and when they know that, if they're paying attention to the map, they don't become too aggressive. Otherwise, in general, if I were to rush out right now, I think the Tempest and Yamato will take care of me within 30 seconds or to a minute. So what I'm doing here is I'm just staying patient. That's something that people lack, I see, and a lot of times I lack it too. When I see my replays, because generally I just press record and I start playing games. So a lot of games when I look at them again, why I lost. The reason is I was not patient. So here, if you were to see what I'm doing right now is the Schlieffen is pushing because of course it has 12.5 millimeter, sorry, 12.5 kilometer secondaries, and it is trying to dominate the Marshall. Now what I do is again perfect use of reload booster. I'm just going to send some AP shells on his way, and they do some damage. I mean a lot of damage. And here goes the Schlieffen. Now what that has done, that has discouraged the Yamato and the Tempesta to move forward because they just saw a full health Schlieffen going down in less than 30 seconds, almost full health, if I were to say. Now I need to farm a little because you got to do that too. And you see the Yoshino here. I think that would rush too, and we will take care of it. So again, trying to set fires here, but not getting enough luck. Here, if you were to see, about 68 shells connected, only one fire. Reason is half of the shells were AP, and the very few HE that are fired were not very well connected. Now we'll see how well it goes. And the Tempesta has sort of escaped using the consumer. Now, since you know the Yoshino is pushing, I think what the Yoshino would try and do is Yoshino would try and take the A cap. I'm sure it would take the A cap. But you have me in the A cap, and generally, you can lose in a Conde. You can lose to a Yoshino, you can lose to any ship. But then this game went a little different because it's a recorded game and I know what I'm doing. So the Yoshino would try and rush in, but then I would ensure it does not go as per me. So first thing first, reload booster on ready, and speed is something that we need. First salvo, okay, 5,000 damage, but I take out his gun. Nobody cares about the Yoshino secondaries. Yoshino knows there are torpedoes because I'm high roll, and here goes the AP salvo, about 11,500 damage. Now Yoshino needs to avoid these torpedoes, and when he tries to do that, he will give me a full broadside, which is just there. And taken care of. And the reason why I turned on Hydro was because of this. But now comes the interesting part of this game. Was I worried? Absolutely. You have a Yamato at 6 kilometers, and a Conde which is less than half health. You got to be worried. Now you see me trying to pull crazy moves here. And it's one unlucky Yamato here, if I were to say. I gave him full flat broadside and wish myself luck. He does some damage, but then he's unable to sink me. And here, team would come to my help. You see that Ohio? I think that Ohio would do some decent damage on this thing. And the Cover-Offs would also start shooting. I hope it does. Okay. I'll survive this. I did. One torpedo, no flooding, but then the cover started firing AP. So I think that should offer some kind of a distraction, or rather should put the Yamato in a minute. I think we are safe. At this point in time, I think we are in safe hands, but then the health of our ships is low, including myself. But we need to quickly gain the ship advantage, and we do gain the ship advantage. How we gain it? The Tempesta pushes in. We take care of it. Also, if you were to see in the chat, me trying to act all cool here, Yamato is asking, does Conde have no set? I'm like, yeah, it does. In reality, I don't know why Conde survived. Maybe it was RNG blessing me today. Otherwise, apart from that, there is no sane explanation that I have for it. I'm sure a lot of you would. Let me know in the comment section why do you think that my ship survived so many, I think 3 salvos from Yamato at a close range. I think we will set this guy on fire. Yes, double fire on him, and we try and avoid get staying detected for a long time. We have 19,000 health, not bad, but then I don't want to get shot at by SAP. So what we try and do here is, we know temperature will go down. So trying to focus on that monkey, not Yamato. Perfect. Now I will use the reload booster on Montana in about another 30 seconds. The reason for the wait is when I use the reload booster, I want him to be set on fire. Okay. An amazing job done by Ohio. We had Dev Strike on Des Moines. That absolutely seals the deal for us. Because this Monty, irrespective what happens, he'll sink because we have a good health Ohio pushing in, me trying to do all the fire damage and the HE damage, and the Kaba is also shooting along with the Thunder. So I don't think so. A Monty can survive that all at once. I think the game is more or less done, but then still we need to cap because they are ahead on points. So we need to ensure that we're capping. Points difference is very less and we are capping. So I think that should be taken care of. Yeah. Alright, now I'll try and move towards the just not. Yes, I think that's what it was called. So we'll try and find him. I'm sure we won't be able to find him because he's been missing for a large part of this game. Now, here comes the victory piece. And this was my expert in the Conde. It was a good game overall, 226 damage, 3 kills, 6 fires, 10 civilians. I had fun playing this game and I hope you had fun watching it. Please do like, comment, and subscribe for more. And let me know in the comments if you want me to feature some other shit. Thank you and you have a great day. Bye bye.